Hi, I'm Jamie with The Saving Secret, where I help you become more intentional with your money. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. So, it's a new year, it's a new decade, and saving money is always an important goal, but in this year, it seems like it's on everybody's list. And if you're new to my channel, this is all what I talk about is being intentional with your money, having a plan, and executing that plan. So today I have 4 ways to help you save even more money and to make savings kind of your default. So I want to share those with you today. But before I get started on some of those things, you may have watched several other YouTube videos and several other information, but just be sure that it's more important than to just educate yourself, but to take action. All of these items, I promise you, will yield greater savings. It's that you actually have to do them. So at the end of this video, I would encourage you to stop, get away from YouTube, and actually go through and do some of these suggestions right away without delay. All right, well, let's get started on these 4. And be sure to stay through to the end because I have a 5th savings way that is a little bit more controversial, but it can definitely help you save more money. But let's get started. So the first savings tactic that I want to share with you that's going to help you save more money, and for those of you who've watched several of my other videos know that I'm very passionate about this, is to have your money direct deposited into your savings account first. So with your employer, most people have their money directly going into their checking account. What I suggest you do is direct deposit all of your money into your savings account. I've been doing this for years, and it's very easy to make your savings default. What that means is obviously you're going to have to transfer money out of your savings into your checking, but you determine when you do that. And you're also able to be more intentional with how much money you're transporting from your savings to your checking. We also know that moving money out of savings doesn't feel very good, but you're setting it up as a default to set your money into savings. So I would encourage you to do that. Now, there are a few hurdles that some people run into that I just wanted to cover with people. Now, some checking accounts have minimums and fees that in order to do this with, you might not want to do. Well, I've been using Ally Savings for over 2 years. Absolutely love them. They're an online bank. I have absolutely no problems. I fully endorse them. They're not endorsing this video. They don't even really know about me except for my personal relationship that I have with them. But other than that, I'm not getting any money to say this, but they really are a great bank. I've had them with their savings. They've been wonderful. But if you move your money directly into savings, some accounts have minimum, you need to have direct deposit or a certain amount of money thresholds. With Ally, you don't need to have any of that. So I deposit my money directly into my Ally savings account and transfer my money into an Ally checking account because Ally checking also has no fees and no minimums at all. Your banks might also currently have that, but I just wanted to bring that up as that is a barrier for some people as they go to do this. So that's the first thing, is direct deposit your money into your savings account. The second piece of advice that I would share with people is to look at how you're spending your money. So look at last month and figure out what money did I make. And then look at the money that you spent. So you need to take some time, whether you spend your money on a credit card or on your debit card or however you track your money or how you can find this information, you need to identify the money coming in and the money coming out. So that is the number 2 thing that you need to do, is to go through this exercise and figuring out, what do I make and what do I spend? What did I do it for last month? And as you go through this exercise, it's going to lead me to the 3rd thing that you need to do. So by going through that exercise, What you'll find is, going to number 3, is you need to find things that you need to reduce or eliminate from what you're spending money on. So there may be a membership, or there may be a subscription service, or there may be something that you've just identified that I spend too much money at Amazon, or I spend too much money at going out to eat. Whatever the case may be, by going through this exercise, and yes, it's going to be a little painful to go through this exercise, but you need to be aware of actually where you're spending your money. And some people say, well, I have a general idea. No, you need to know exactly where you're spending your money. It's important to identify those things. And you may think you're only spending a few dollars here and there, but it can really add up. And if you're spending more money than you're making, you're getting yourself into debt, and that is extremely dangerous. And there's no need to save if you're not taking care of your debt. So that's the third thing, is find ways to reduce and eliminate expenses. The fourth thing that I recommend, and it's extremely important, and it may sound super obvious, but it's important to do, and there's a lot of psychology behind it, and that is to declare what you're doing to other people. Let people know that you're working on saving. Let people know. Yes, you can do it through social media, and let your family know. Let your close friends know. Let your people at work know that, hey, this year I'm working on saving money. And that does two things. One is it really tells yourself that you're serious, that you really want to save extra money and do these things. The other thing it's going to do is the people that are closest to you are going to work on keeping you accountable. Now, there are several different kinds of people. There's going to be people who are a little bit wanting to heckle you and to want to see you fail. And that's just part of life. Sometimes in the society we live in, we love to see people fail. And that is just unfortunate, but that's just the world we live in. But there's also going to be people that you find that they're going to be able to be vulnerable to you and let you know, hey, a couple years ago I went through this. These are the things that I was able to do to be successful. And they'll share their wisdom with you, and they'll help you. Whether they notice that, hey, the team's going out to lunch, and you say, actually, unfortunately, I brought my lunch today. I'm not able to go. Or you could make that opportunity to say, hey, please let me know in the future. I will plan to make sure we go. And you can help dictate maybe the location of where you guys go out to eat. So these are just important principles to be aware of as you communicate a goal. But it's very important to let people know, because it's going to hold you accountable. One thing to be aware of is that in life, we all have regrets. A life with no regrets doesn't exist. We all have regrets. But what do we do when we learn from our regrets and make progress? That is wisdom, and we're working towards wisdom. So those are 4 ways that you can help increase your savings. So again, just to review those 4, is you want to make sure that you automatically direct deposit your money into your savings. You do an evaluation of what you make versus what you spend. You need to find ways to reduce and eliminate. And the 4th one is to communicate it. So here's the bonus one I wanted to share with you. And this is a little controversial, but I feel very strongly about it. And I've seen people make great progress of saving a lot of money in a shorter period of time. So the 5th one is to temporarily stop retirement savings. What this means is, let's say you make $75,000 a year and you have a 401k plan with your employer. And you may be getting a match, or you may be getting some other incentive to encourage you to save for retirement. But if you're under the age of 30, under the age of 40, or whatever the case may be, you don't really have access to those retirement account funds until you're 59 and a half. So by temporarily stopping your contribution to your 401k for a short period of time, you're able to save significant money. So For example, if you're making $75,000 a year and you contribute 5% monthly and you're getting paid monthly, you're able to stop contributing over $300 a month. That's $300 extra a month that you can be saving. And if you do that for the year, you can see the money really adds up. Yes, I'm a big fan of investing, and it's important to invest, but I also believe that savings will help set up investing for the future. So those are 5 things that I believe that can help you be more intentional as you're working on saving money. Before I let you go, I just want to issue that same challenge I made at the beginning of the video. Besides going on to the next video to find other ways of how to save money, is to take time and actually do some of the suggestions that I mentioned out today. If you're not having money direct deposited into your savings account, go set it up today. It's very simple. You can set up an Ally savings account in 5 minutes. Work with your work to then update how you're getting paid. Talk to your payroll department. Figure out ways to update it. Find ways to take time to evaluate what you're making, what you're spending, and do these different activities. But if you just keep going on learning, you're never going to make progress. So I encourage you to go ahead right now and make progress. Thank you so much for watching. There's other videos that I have that I want you to watch at another time. Please feel free to hit that subscribe button for other videos that I talk about investing and saving and how to be intentional with your money. Thank you so much and have a great day.